Hey, I'm back.
Hi, Karma.
Here's your journal back.
How was the Moon Oasis? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, the Moon Oasis was great. I learned a lot.
And?
Although, it was a bit weird reading your journal.
Why?
Honestly, I wasn't sure what to expect, but certainly wasn't that. And if I had kept a book like that when I was growing up, I would have been accused of documenting idle gossip. It would have meant a hell of a punishment.
This is how I was taught to keep a journal by the vampires that I lived with.
I mean, I just didn't expect you to talk so much about other people. Especially me. All the ways you worry about me.
I love you.
Especially the way you worried while I was gone that one time. I mean, if you want to talk about it, we can, but just know there's things I can say, things I won't say, and things I can't say. Is that okay?
Always, Karma.
Okay. The village I come from is known as the People of On High. Like I told you, I realized once I got out of there it was a cult. I was considered the black sheep of my family and all the hell that comes with it. Leaving was a mess. And unfortunately, that mess has followed me. Now twice since I've left. Once before I was turned, and once after I was turned. The second time was when I left. A few nights before I disappeared, I was skulking around the city making sure there was no supernatural hubbub. We all know how chaotic Canada was, especially with Vincent and George.
Tell me about it.
I came across a face that was hauntingly familiar. Young girl. Her name was Lena. And she had a drawing of me. And she knew who I used to be. It didn't take long to put together that she was the daughter of my first love, Eleanor. I had never met her before, but she's a spitting image of her. And that she had just ran away because she was my father's latest fiancée. She's all grown now, but she wasn't at the time. I knew I owed it to Eleanor and to Lena to make sure she was taken care of. I set her up with friends of who I knew when I was human. They gave her a place to live, and Lena was also able to inform them of my passing, because up until that moment, they thought I had just gone missing.
Right.
It all worked out. That book ended. But then I had to make sure nobody ever came looking for Lena or myself ever again. And so I went back home.
Why didn't you take Constance with you? This is the thing she does.
I couldn't have taken Constance with me. That entire
Yes, you
place
could
is
have.
so booby-trapped to the nines, Claire. I wish I could explain to you how dangerous it is for anyone. Human or supernatural alike. These people are paranoid. They really believe the world's coming to an end. And so I went back. They saw the monster I had become. I convinced them that if they left, they would become monsters like me. Or they would be
Not a
eaten
monster.
like Lena had. I didn't see Eleanor, but no doubt she heard about it, if not saw it.
And that creature you call a father.
I've told you before. My father is not a problem anymore. And he won't be a problem ever again.
Good.
I made extra sure about that. He was quite scared with what he had created. Unfortunately, that fight happened in front of my siblings, but I won't talk about that. In the midst of all that anger, I felt like I had lost my senses. Everything after my fight with my father gets real hazy. And that's where I really can't tell you what happened.
I understand. But what happened
I saw
next?
the outcome. I remember being on the edge of the village border. And then opening my eyes and being on the forest floor, hearing you calling my name. I stumbled through the woods until I found a blue door. It was blurring lights everywhere, and I think was a really old house. But then I walked through another gate, and then before I knew it, I was at Townson Manor. And when I got to the door, Jack answered and let me in. It was honestly one of the sweetest interactions I've had with a man in my entire life.
That's Jack for
I
you.
knew I was safe. And something in my heart told me you were here. I got given a room, and a few days my head cleared up, and I came to talk to you, and you know everything else from that point forward.
I missed you so much, and I'm so glad you came back.
Yeah, I'm glad I made it back too. Although, frankly, I would like to never relive that week of my life ever again. One of the worst ever, and I will never just up and abandon you like that ever again.
Karma, you weren't gone for a week, you were gone for 6 months.
What?